guys, it's Ashwin. Today we'll be trying to look at some of the basic arithmetic operations in C and Python. Let's start up with C. These are also some of the basics in C. These operations will be using in different stages of coding, and you will also be familiar with many of these, but let's just take a recap. Firstly, I have made three variables here, n1, n2, and answer. Ans stands for ans. And I've just given two values for n1 and n2, 8 and 3. First, we'll be checking out the addition operator, which is basically just, as you know, it's a plus. And let's clear this out. And just run this. See, you can see that n1 plus n2 gave us the answer 11. This is pretty much simple, nothing new here exactly. And then you have the subtraction operator, which is just a minus. And it gave answer percentage d answer, and let's run this. And it gave us 5. Let's just try out something else. Let's see if negative answers are possible. And it's true, negative answers are possible. So always remember that even in int operations, you can have negative numbers also. Unless you have specified it as unsigned int, you will be able to use negative operators, negative numbers also. Now let's check out multiplication. And multiplication also gives us, it's pretty basic. There's nothing much to explain here actually. And then we have division. Yeah, division gave us 2. And the thing is, 8 by 3 is not exactly a combination of numbers that gives us an exact number. But in int multiplication, what we get is 8 divided by 3 actually gives a quotient of 2 and a remainder of 2. So what happens is that the answer only takes in the quotient part of it, and the remainder is actually discarded. And then we have modulus. Modulus is the operator which gives us the remainder after dividing two numbers. Let's see what happens when we get 8 modulus 3. Yeah, we got it as 2. Let's just try out a different combination of numbers. For example, 7 and 2, and let's try that. And you can see when I gave 7 modulus 2, we got the answer as 1. So the thing about modulus 2 is that in order to find a number is even or not, we can always find the modulus of the number with 2. So if the modulus is 0, the number will be even, and if modulus is 1, the number will be odd. That is a trick that we use in many stages of programming. Because we might have to find out whether numbers are even or not. You might have done this problem in like finding the number of even numbers in an array or something like that. Now let's move on to Python. In Python we have an extra operator also. Let's see, here also I've given the same values of n1 8 and n2 as 3. And you can see here I haven't exactly declared answer as a variable here because we don't need that in Python. You can just simply declare where it is first being used. And let's uncomment this. The addition operator, same as C itself, and printing is being done. There's nothing pretty much to be added here. Subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus are pretty much the same thing here also. There's a small difference in division though. Here the thing is, when you divide, you get a floating point answer. Sorry about that. Let's run this again. See, when I divided 8 by 3, I got 2.666. And this is a difference that happens in C and Python. And the modulus is the same as the situation in C itself. There's nothing much to add there. But in Python, you get an exponent operator, that is n1 will be raised to the power of n2. So 8 will be raised to 3 here. Let's just run this. We got 512. 8 star 8 is actually 512. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the operators in Python. Now let's just go back to C and see something about division once again. Here I had used ans as an int variable. Let's use a different one. Let's use float quo as quotient. And for division, instead of ands, we give quo. And since quo is a floating point number, we have to change the format specifier to f, and then we'll try seeing what happens. See, the thing is that division actually returns a floating point variable, but the thing is that when I used ans as the target variable there, ans is actually an integer number, so the floating point number was changed to the integer value. That is, only this 3 was taken into the answer before. Let's just try out once again. To see a side-by-side comparison. Now let's see. You can see that in the floating point was given as 3 points, then followed by 6 zeros, and in the int answer we only get 3. So based on the target variable also, these values will change. So if you only want the integer portion, you can just use an integer variable for the answer, or else you'll have to use a floating point. And based on the previous video that I had posted, you can change the number of decimal points as you wish based on the question given. So that's pretty much for today. Have a good time, guys, and ciao.